Hi, everybody. My name is Mina Rickey,
And I am Lidiya Korzhuk.
and this is the Code REI.
Discover your perfect real estate investment life with the code REI.
Your matchmaker in the world of real estate.
Let us find your investment soulmate and make your heart and wallet.
And today we're interviewing one of my very favorite people in this world. Her name is Lidiya Korzhuk. We're creating this series about us so you can understand where we're coming from and who we are. Lidia, why don't I just let her tell us where did you start in? Not in business. Let's go back. Let's go way back. Where were you born? Who was your family? And when did you come to the States? Let's start there.
Well, Mina, I was born in Soviet Union. This country no longer exists.
I was gonna say, but
Yeah, this country no longer exists, but it's a part of Ukraine right now, not that far away from Kiev. And I was 11 years old when I came to this country in 1989. So you guys, it's been a while that I've been here most of my life. I speak both languages fluently, Ukrainian and Russian. And no, I don't get upset, that people ask me if I'm from Russia, but I'm from Ukraine because I've been here for so long. So that's my history.
you came here when you were 11 years old and you went to school here. And because you used to take English classes back in SSR,
Yes.
when you came to the States, your daddy will make you translate for people. Tell us what you did back then when you were only like 12, 13 years old.
Well, in Ukraine, I had English, but it wasn't technically English. It was more like a British language. And my father, I had it for 1 year before we came to the States. He's like, "Oh, you took English. You know English. You're going to be interpreter for the family. And you know what? Never mind for the family. You're going to do the whole community and everybody in church need help. You're going to do it and you're going to help them and you better solve the problem or you're going to come home and, you might be paying the price that you didn't solve the problem."
Yes. And that's so Lydia got exposed to the court system very early on. So she started to see how things were so different to her original country, where here you could defend your case and say your opinion. And you can tell us about it, Lily.
Yeah, so really quickly, I learned all the system from medical, immigration, legal, you name it. I've been there from Social Security to obtaining your green card, your citizenship, to getting any help, driver license. And if anybody got a ticket, I used to interpret courts as well. And then I even had like a temp job to be a court interpreter as well. Back when I was, I think, like barely 18, I did that.
And I remember you told me one time this story that you were surprised that people could actually defend themselves because back in, the motherland, people wouldn't speak up their opinions. And I thought that was really special about the US. Let's fast forward. How did you get into real estate and how long have you been there? And what kind of jobs have you done? Because you've done flips, you've done investments, you've done a single families. I mean, you've done a lot of things. Let's dive into that, please.
So my real estate career, but more like dealing with real estate, was as interpreting. I used to translate Russian from all the Slavic people in Northport, Florida. That's where I grew up most of the time. And I remember going to appointments, realtor appointment, and translating everything. And I was thinking, hey, I think I can do a better job than whatever this realtor is trying to do. And I would go in and try to sell the house or point out the defects or whatever. And people that I was helping, they were saying, "Lydia, why don't you go get your real estate license?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't think this is for me. I don't know if I'm going to be good at this, And then I also had a construction cleaning company and all the builders there as well, same thing. They're like, "Girl, why are you cleaning this? Go get your real estate license and start selling it. You're really good with people. You know how to connect with them. You know how to point out a few things about the property that's pros and cons, and just go get your real estate license. But I still would not listen.
How old were you back then?
When I used to interpret, I was in my teens, and then 18, 19. I think of when I was 20 when I started my own, you know, construction company. And that's what everybody was telling me to go get. My builders are telling me to go get.
So when did you get your real estate license?
So I went to work for Victoria's Secret. I still had my construction cleaning company and worked for Victoria's Secret. Really quickly, I become one of the assistant managers there. And the store manager that was there, her father-in-law was a builder, and she was pregnant, so she had to leave that job to take care of her baby. But of course, she wanted back her real estate license. Crystal, I'm talking about you, you know. And so I get emotional because it's such a history behind it. So when she got her real estate license and started working for her father, the situation that happened in Victoria's Secret, I wasn't very happy, and I decided to take my a week vacation, and that's when I went and got my real estate license. So I passed my regular test and then my state test, and then I called Crystal, be like, Crystal, I have my real estate test passed, and I become a licensed realtor. And that was back in 2002. And she told me, come work with me, work with my father.
Oh, I didn't know that that was Crystal. You guys still friends and still
Yeah,
talk to each other.
yeah, we are. I think we're going to be even family soon.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
No pressure, kid.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Anyways, and okay, so you got your real estate license, and then you went to work with Crystal,
Yeah.
and you were with her for how long?
So I worked with her for a year or a year and a half. At the same time, working for her father-in-law, Prestige Homes. I also worked for another company as a real estate agent going through training, and very extensive training. I cared about all the time, all my life. I wanted to build my foundation right, my training right before I start into anything in life. But I live from a fast learner. I'm a slow learner. Until I understand everything, I'm not going to go out there and do things. So after I think like 7 months or 8 months, no sales, my first broker told me, you know what, Lydia, it's not working out. I don't think you're made for this business. I think you should go back and do what you did before. And
You tell Lydia she can do something.
I got up and said, you know what? I don't think you're the right. I just got up and I said, no, I'm made for real estate, and watch me. So I got up and left, and where I started working for a company called Investors Choice. It focuses on investors. And that's my investing and investor story started with. So the best thing happened to me when someone told me, you're not made for this business, go back and, do what you did before. So best thing happened in my life.
Now, let's keep in touch with your family history because now you are working with investors. But we're coming also from, on one side, the family doesn't really know what investments are. So there is no one there to like push you up and, keep you going. And then so you kind of have to do a lonesome journey. And then you start realizing all these people coming to Florida to invest in real estate and you are being part of it. You're presented to this world. Tell me about your process on how you started to take ownership of saying, I can do this. I want to do this. Was it short? Was it long? How was it?
It was actually a very long process because, one of my biggest investor was a group out of California that invested $8 million, with the single family home right before the big crash. And I thought I wasn't thinking to invest myself because I don't believe that I was capable of doing it. I was capable of doing it for others, but it's just the mindset wasn't there. until I met a very special friend of mine who is a friend of mine, investor called Bonnie. And Bonnie is the one that pushed me into investing her, myself. And I still wouldn't do it. So she went out and bought me courses on flipping, bought me courses on tech sales, and bought me courses and says, here, go learn whatever you learn. I know you're going to maximize whatever you learn and come back and start doing it. And she was my biggest motivator, mentor, coach, and butt kicker in the space.
It's amazing. It's, oh my God, that just tells me that sometimes I waste my time. I should be encouraging other people. But she really believed in you more than you believed in yourself. And she's like preparing you, like just telling you, go do it. And then you were open to the idea as well. You were a good student because you probably went all the courses and said, oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Let me see how can I do this, because now you were completely submerged in the whole real estate business in the area.
Yes, correct. And she's the one that actually helped me even with finances. Because, being a realtor doesn't have all the money there because you know how to make it and spend it really quick. So she was the one that says, go do it. Let me teach you. Let me teach you how everything is done and I will keep you accountable. So from that point on, I really quickly realized the power of mentorship and the coaches and the power of extra education, not just being a realtor, how to be an investor. So my investor journey started from that point on. And I think it was back in 2010 when it all started from my journey as an investor.
2014, almost 10 years now.
Yes.
I can't believe it. That's amazing. And then you started to buy some houses for yourself.
Yes, I started doing flips and, long journey, doing it yourself as a female, pretty hard because all the workers are guys. And sometimes they don't want to listen to a lady, a young girl who's telling you how things are done. So I had to partner up with one of my brothers. By the way, I didn't even get into, how big my family is.
Oh my gosh. Well, just make a little parenthesis and let's talk a little bit about it now.
Yeah, so I come from a family of 8. There's 8 of us.
8 siblings.
8 siblings. They're all together 8 siblings. So
Mhm.
there is 6 brothers, whereas there are 7 brothers. Sometimes I have to count them all. I lose a count, and 1 sister. So I have many brothers and 1 sister. Let's put it this way.
Mhm.
And I am number 3. After me, there is 5, so it is 8. Okay, so it's counted. Maybe I'm telling you each and every time. On my fingers, I have to count their names.
Do you call them the wrong names too?
Mm-hmm.
Like parents do? No,
No,
okay.
not really. I mean, with age, probably that will start.
Yeah. Well, every parent does that, by the way. Like, kids don't feel offended. It's just part of life.
Yeah. So, and we're very, very close. We love each other, and I have 2 brothers that are in construction, 2 of them that's in computer world, tech world, making websites and things like that. And then I have, wait, not 2, now 3 in construction because Sergi just went into construction. And then 1 is in implementation.
So you hire one of your brothers to help you or to just come with you to these sites so that he would talk to all the workers?
Correct. Yeah. So he took over and he was talking to all the subs and they, and then of course I would come in and make correction, and things like that.
Yeah, when it's your money, you're a little bit more square on how things work. So in 2014, you start to buy some houses for yourself. You start to flip them. You bring your brother in to help you out a little bit just to show up. And then how is the flipping going?
So it went well, but it's very, very takes time. Flipping takes time, a lot of money, and there's surprises continuously. Whatever budget you're gonna put in, most likely you're gonna go over the budget because, when you start doing everything with that consciousness, let's say I'm opening a wall and I'm seeing right behind it, I'm not gonna close the wall and say, you know what, bye-bye. I'm gonna go and fix it. Of course, there's extra expense into labor and material. So really quickly, I found out, you know what, this flipping business ain't working out for me.
Yeah, and unless I'm missing something with the market price of houses, it's just cost forbidden to even flip in good opportunity residential areas these days. It's very comparable to just building a new build these days. But anyways, back then it was a little different, I guess.
So about new builds, Mila, exactly same thought of mine. And I went in and I said, you know what? I don't want to do flips. I want to do builds. So I decided to do two houses at the same time, same floor plan next to each other. And oh my God, if you think flipping is long, wait till you start building from scratch.
Why did it take so long?
Too close to 2.5 years.
Mina, I had an interesting experience the other day. I was showing properties to a family with 2 kids, and we had 10 to see. After viewing about half, the family was getting pretty hungry, and they really just wanted to continue the other day.
So what did you do?
I went to my car and pulled out a bag of delicious Rickey Jerky. They loved it so much they were able to continue our day without any issues. All the ingredients are 100% natural, plus every strip is seasoned, marinated, and smoked by hand to give you the best experience and slap you back into the gear. But I need to buy some more.
Oh, just head over to rickysjerky.com and use the discount code, the code REI, for 15% off your first order.
So whether you're a busy real estate agent or just looking for mouth-watering snack on the go, Rickey Jerky got you covered.
And I know the story, but tell us why. Well, why delayed it 7 months? I mean, it's just a cute little creature called turtle.
Yeah. So me and turtle, I don't know. Maybe in my current life or past life, I offended a turtle. I don't know, or maybe it was a learning curve. So the property that I chose to build is 5 minutes away from England Beach, and that area is full of gopher turtles. So it's a turtles that live on land, and they are endangered species. And here's what I learned: they have more rights than humans, basically. And everybody gonna take their side, and God forbid something happen to them, you're going to jail, and your project's gonna be frozen for 7 months. So that's the story. So I can get into it if you want me to.
That's good enough. Environmental concern.
Yes.
That's what we call it.
FYI.
Mhm.
Oh, and disclosure: no turtles were hurt in this process. They're alive. They're happy. It wasn't me. Let's put it this way.
They had a lot of babies.
They had a lot of babies. Yes.
All little turtles came into this world.
Correct. Correct. No turtles were hurt
And this
process. Yes.
Okay, so you did some flips, you did some new builds, and then is that when you started your own brokerage?
Yeah. So I've been a realtor and I had no interest to become a broker, but
Okay.
working with investors, they want to work with a decision maker. And they want to work with somebody that can quickly make a decision for them and quickly can, help them with whatever they need. So they told me, Lydia, you're great, you're awesome, but I think we're going to go use another broker. And that's when I said, whoa, wait a second. Is that what you want? Just hold on a second, 1 minute. I'll be right back. Just give me some time. So I took some time out.
Okay, so because you were working for another brokerage and the brokerage wasn't really investor friendly. So they liked the persona of Lydia, but they just didn't like whose Lydia's system she was working with. So you took a little time off to reflect on this.
Yes. So I took 2 weeks and went and got my broker license. And then I was back within 2 weeks with my broker license.
And then you reach out to your investors and say,
Hey guys, I'm back. And you wanted me to be a broker? Guess what? Realer Re, here we go.
And okay, so that's an interesting point too. Why Real Re? Why that name?
Well, it's a long process, to which name to choose to name your company. So I wanted something personable, and I went to all my friends and all my contacts, all my investors and start saying, "Can you please describe me? Who am I as a person? My personality and how I work and some other." And they would give me, a lot of honest, loyal, reliable, efficient, and all of that stuff. But one thing that came out, it was real. Lydia, you're real. So, and it was keep on repeating over and over. And I'm looking at this reel and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to name it Real RE.
It's full disclosure here. If I don't want to hear the real state of affairs, I don't ask Lydia. She just gonna tell me. And sometimes I'm not ready to listen. But she's very real. And yeah, she will not sugarcoat it. She has this special gift that a lot of people don't have. It's called being non-BSer. And she just will see something for what it is, and it would just come through. And she was just sharing, this is what's happening, and this is what's going on, and this is what we need. And sometimes it's not something we're ready to hear, like people that is close to her, but sometimes it is exactly what we need to hear. And Real Ray is, I think, a great name for your company. So that's when Real Ray was born. You pour yourself into
Yes.
that brokerage. You just give yourself fully to it, like soul, spirit, body, brains, everything, money, wallet, bank account, everything, right?
Yeah. So I thought I'm going to become next big company, and really quickly I figured out, you know what? Company's great. Company's amazing. Love working with the agents, but that's not what my superpower, because I have such extensive work. I have network of people in multiple states, network of people in industrial space, self-storages, mobile homes. I have network of people in development, land acquisition, for the actual, subdivision, like Lennars, and stuff. I have networks in hotels. I have networks of anything that you could think about real estate, and even things that people don't think about real estate called NPO, non-performing loan, short sales, REOs, BPOs, and all of that stuff. So I took a step back. Well, not I actually, something happened.
Well, and let's say, so when you had your brokerage and you started to feel, how was it done? What was the conflict, Lydia, with every opportunity that you were seeing and everything that you wanted to do? Was it like the team and the brokerage was taking everything from you that you couldn't really focus on the vision that you had for yourself?
Yeah. So my company, running a company is not a simple matter. You need to hire right people in the right place. And it takes a lot of, it's like a baby. It needs a lot of attention, a lot of effort, besides a lot of money. It's expensive to have children, so it's expensive to have a company. And I poured everything. But at the same time, I knew eventually that I wanted to do this commercial journey that with you, Rena. So even though I was pouring that in, but whatever I start, it's very tough for me to let it go. I'm a hoarder. You call it a hoarder in life, or keeper in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lydia was in this journey. She just doesn't give up. She has a strong mind, a strong mindset. I think it comes from your background, Lydia. I mean, you can probably see the history of your family through wars and through famine and through everything. And you just come from that lineage of a strong mind, a strong body, strong self. So Lydia was not someone that was just going to give up on. I mean, I think it would just dry you out until you finally would be like, okay, I guess that's not for me. And, 80 years later, but something very unexpected happened.
Yeah, Mina. So this thing called Hurricane Ian happened. And I live literally in the heart of Ian when it went through. The actual hurricane landed about 10 miles away from me on an island, and it destroyed both of my offices.
I remember that day. Last year, everybody was like, "Wait a minute, is that where Lidia lives?"
Yes.
And I was so concerned about you. And when I finally saw you, and I asked you, "What did you do? Where did you go?"
I stay home because my house safe, nothing happened besides the shed that flew away. And the funny thing is, I hated that shed anyways. So it's like the Lord, whatever doesn't work out with me, the Lord's kind of removes that from my life. Oh, you don't like it? Okay, no problem. Hurricane. Yeah.
And this will talk about her faith too, her strong faith, because she told me that she prayed and then she just fell asleep
During a hurricane.
throughout.
Yeah, I gave it to the Lord. I was on my couch, my windows are, they were rambling. My glass door was rambling. And I just give it everything to the Lord. I said, Lord, you're in charge. And something miraculously happened. I had this peace and I felt that on my couch.
While the whole world outside was getting blown away.
Yes. Everything was destroyed, but I was asleep like a baby on my couch.
There is so much to unpack there. I'm not even gonna touch it. But yeah, that just shows you the relationship she has with the Lord and how at peace she is with everything around her, how comfortable she is being uncomfortable. So the opportunities kind of opened up because you had no more officer.
That's right. And that's when you came in.
Yeah. And I said, "Hey, Lidia, what do you think about podcasts?"
And they said, let us do it.
I said, "Really?"
And I said, yes.
We have a witness to that, Alex.
Alex
Alex.
was sitting there when all of this born.
He's part of it. He's a great guy
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Check out his podcast as well. So what's cooking and what's in the books for the rest of this year and the upcoming years? There is so much exciting things happening. We are building the foundation for a great investment opportunities for all our network. And yeah, just talk about the future, Lily.
So I still have my realty and I still will work with investors and buyers. I love doing that. I love helping that. And I'll probably come back to my company, hire more agents down the road. But right now I have a vision, bringing people the right investment, real estate investment opportunity, because I was explaining to somebody what I do and they listened to it and they said, wait, Lydia, you're like a matchmaker or real estate investment. And it took me a minute. I thought about it. I said, you know what? You're totally right. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to be matchmaker real estate investment world.
With a very high level of, what is it, when consciousness and core values. Lydia is not someone that will just take a penny and run away. She will make sure that the people is comfortable, the investors are comfortable, the operators are comfortable. Everybody is where they need to be, with the group that they need to be. And Lydia doesn't take it lightly. I don't take it lightly. We are very aware of the force that can come with. So we are educating ourselves. We're doing the capital raising school with Brad Glazer. We're doing the communication.
Yes, with Sonia.
With Sonia, we're still part of Jake and Tino, and we show up to the boot camps and they work with all those people. And you're part of that, many more.
Yeah, I'm part of a whole Asian American Hotel Association. I've been to ISS, inside self-storages. So, and then Nina.
CIM.
Yes. Oh, CCIM. I'm looking to finally obtain my CCIM. I went through all education. All I need to do is submit my portfolio. So that's a big part of it because I want to connect all of it. I want to bring my investors into another realm of investing so they could increase their, future security of investments. And so they bring them money and I want to take them with me on my journey. So if you're interested, please contact me. I'll be more than happy to talk to you because we know so many owner operators who are looking to team up with everybody else. And I love doing that.
And then you've been taking courses on negotiation, closing.
Yes, all of that's in my past. I took all of that. I have a whole bunch of certification in different kinds of, from luxury marketing, auction company, to HUD foreclosure, to REOs, negotiation, how to work with buyers. I am also a preferred agent, Bigger Pocket, and they're the one that found me and contacted me. Like I said, investing in investor world in real estate is really I think my superpower. I know how to match each investor with a particular property that will make them happy, and will make their money, make them money.
Let's do a quick answer session. Favorite book,
Bible.
favorite stone,
Favorite stone, pearl. I don't know if you call it pearl, stone.
favorite metal,
Metal. That's a good one. Gold.
favorite meal.
Favorite meal. That's a tough one. Chocolate.
Is that a meal? Favorite place in America,
Favorite place in America, Florida, but second favorite, Texas.
favorite fabric.
Silk.
She's weird like that. She knows those things. Okay. Favorite Sunday activity.
Family get together.
Yeah. Favorite flower.
That's a tough one. I would go with tulip, but because it would say narcissus, it's a very rare flower that you can find. It's a spring flower, so I love spring flowers. I was born in.
And if you ever Lydia in person, don't ask her about red tulips. Please don't. Don't. Okay. All right. Very good. Favorite movie?
Favorite.
She doesn't watch TV either. I don't. I really don't. Anyways, you can see why the partnership, the relationship, you can see that it's not shallow. It goes into, I don't know, it's our belief systems that come together and we want to bring it to you. We are also passionate about sharing it with the world, especially with people that might not have anybody to talk about investments with. Like mom and dad don't talk about it, siblings don't talk about it. Well, there is Mina and Lydia that talk about it all the time. That's what we love to talk about. And here we are for you. We're here to many open the doors so you can come in and join us. It's a wonderful mindset, and we are continue to grow on our journey and hopefully continue to bring that value to our society.
That's right. Value society. We like to share expertise, our network, and even give our opinions on certain stuff. So don't be shy to contact us. We're very open.
Favorite color?
That's white.
I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I like white too. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. We enjoy you. God bless you.
God bless you.
And until the next one. By the way, my contact info is Mina at decoderei.com.
And mine is Lidiya at decoderei.com.
Until the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.